Get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on, savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros
Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Defense wins championships. You've heard it for years and years and years. Offense is sexy. It pays the bills. It attracts viewers. You got to score points, that's for sure. But defense tends to win championships. I heard somebody ask the other day, when was the last time defense won a championship in the NFL? Well, it's happened through a bunch. The Broncos, didn't I hear? Peyton Manning didn't really win a championship. It was all about his defense. The Bears, certainly Seattle led the way, although the running back was the most valuable player. Seahawks 29, Patriots 13. Super Bowl 60 is in the book. It's Seattle, Super Bowl champions. Good morning, boys and girls. Happy Monday. Thanks for finding the open drive on 95.9 FM, AM 610, the sports animal. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. How you living?
What it do?
How was the weekend?
Not too bad.
Yeah, spent some time up in beautiful Boise, Idaho.
Happy to be back home.
Yeah, I'll bet. All right, we got a ton to do. Everything from Lobos losing 2 in a row in the pit on the men's side, which is unheard of, obviously, to North Dakota State now being part of the Mountain West. Chris Gotterup winning at the Waste Management Open. Clint Kubiak is the head coach of the Raiders. The Olympic, the Super. Start there. Sam Darnold, 19 of 38, 202 yards. Was good. Great, was good. Didn't turn the ball over. Kenneth Walker was really good. K9, MVP. 27 carries, 135 yards. Set the tone early. They got to Drake May 6 times. That would be 6 sacks. The defense was the MVP for Seattle. Seattle was the best team for the majority of the season. Seattle was the better team going in. Seattle was the favorite. Seattle's defense was dominant. Seattle won the Super Bowl. And was it a great Super Bowl? No, I would argue it wasn't. Listen to people tell me. I love the recency bias. It was the worst Super Bowl ever. It was the worst halftime show ever. It was the worst. Okay. You're not going to have the most exciting every time out. I don't know that it was the worst ever. I didn't do my research enough to scan through the video last night, JJ, of all 6 Super Bowls. There have been some duds, been some better. Bottom line is the bottom line. Seattle is the best team, and they were entertaining enough, and I'm going to guess their fans don't think it was the worst ever.
This game played out a lot like most people expected, and that was the defense is going to set the tone. What is going to be the flipping point between special teams and defense? And field position was a battle for a while, especially with Seattle even settling for field goals in the first half. But you saw it early. The one thing the Patriots just could not overcome was their offensive line. And I think Josh McDaniels, as good as he was all season long, he was outcoached by Seattle. And where was the run game? Where was even just getting Drake May out of the pocket a little bit, getting him on the move, using his athleticism? Instead, Drake May was forced to hold the football a lot. The coverage on the back end, there was a lot of coverage sacks mixed in with the pressure that was brought by Seattle, and they just put Drake May in this box he could not get out of.
Yeah, where was the running game is being asked a lot. Where was the creativity on Josh McDaniel? I'm going to guess that he was limited, and I don't know that he's ever going to say that. I don't know that we're ever going to get the honesty, because it would be throwing players under the bus. I wonder if he trusted his offensive line enough against that Seattle front seven to be able to do some of the things that he probably wanted to do to get creative, to make adjustments. Right? They had a game, they got hit in the mouth, and Seattle's front seven completely blew up everything they wanted to do. And it's not like they had to bring pressure all night. And when they did, Witherspoon was coming out of nowhere. Dudes were coming from nowhere. But I thought it was their front that just got to them. I thought guys like Ernest Jones was great. Derek Hall was great. Murphy was terrific. Like, to me, and I'd love to hear, because that's all I've listened to is, well, Josh McDaniels didn't do anything. Josh McDaniels is pretty damn good offense. Josh McDaniels made a hell of a career out of creativity, making adjustments. And I refuse to believe he just forgot how to do that in one game. My gut tells me that he felt there were limitations on what he was able to do because his offensive line was getting whipped so bad.
Then move your quarterback off the spot.
Yeah, you had to move your
none
quarterback.
of that.
Yeah, especially a mobile quarterback. That's the one you got to get him off out of the.
Because there was, whether it was the blitz or the coverage, he was getting taken down in the pocket what felt like every other play. And what Drake May has is the ability to create with his legs. And you credit Seattle because they could play that coverage plus get that pressure. So, yeah, there's some issues with the Patriots' offensive line. I think you fast forward, draft another offensive lineman, maybe move Campbell to right tackle, and you still have yourself a pretty good offensive line that got you to the Super Bowl. But it was, to your point, what else was there to do? Where else was there to go for the Patriots? And that at least try to move Drake May a little bit, because really in that game, even if Seattle knew the defense put it away late, you had that A.J. Barner touchdown, but they were kind of in that same thing. Like, hey, we're just going to hold serve and see who breaks first.
And it was obviously broke first. And it was the rookie, second-year guy instead of the veteran. And Drake May looked flustered. He made bad decisions, bad throws, rushed throws. I think of late in the game before it got totally out of hand, right? I mean, he's rushing stuff because he knows it's coming, missing tight end, wide open flat, right? When it was thrown away. Remember when Seattle had that punt that looked like it was down at the one? They placed it for, which scratched the head a bit in. But like first down, second down, whatever it was, he had his tight end open, wide open, just overthrew him. I thought he was rushing. He was, and look, man, I'm getting hit that much. I'm a little flustered too. But yeah, what they could have done is got him out of the pocket.
But again, it's a credit to Seattle's defense. They're that good. That's why the majority of people going in this game were on Seattle. They saw what that defense could do. You can keep telling me all you want. Yes, Sam Darnold turned it over 20 times in the regular season. He did not turn it over in the postseason.
Yeah, 0 times in the postseason. Absolutely clean. Did not turn the ball over. And Sam Darnold's story is in the movie. It kind of is a movie. From top to bottom to back to top. And is he top quarterback? Look, you define top quarterback. Champion. Top, right? Isn't that what top means? When you win the championship, when you're up there holding the trophy, when the confetti's falling on you, doesn't that make you the top? You can give me all the Josh Allen. And look, I'm not telling you I would start my franchise with him over Josh Allen or some of these other guys. But I will tell you, I will start my franchise with him over a lot of guys now.
It's a reminder of the conversation. I understand it's sports and we go all over the place, but not everyone is going to be able to get a top 3 quarterback in the NFL. There's not an elite guy that goes number 1 every single year. It doesn't mean that if you don't have an elite quarterback, you can't win. Now it's easier if you have one of those guys to cover up warts at other parts of your franchise, but it shows you. Now Sam Darnold was a top pick. but he bounced around a little bit. But it shows you, the Baker Mayfield story hasn't quite gotten to this level. But I'm sure people are going, you know what? I might be pretty darn interested in Kyler Murray if he hits the market, if I can build a franchise around him.
I mean, if I feel, I've got my scouting report and my people assess it, whatever it is. He's got his setbacks, size. But I guess I'd be a little bit more patient before I give up on it. And I think most, especially first rounders, are, or when you draft a first rounder, right? Carolina gave up on Bryce Young and came back. Now they had to because Sam Darnold went out. He was a little late. Mac Jones is going to get another chance. We'll get into Mac Jones later. But some guys aren't in the right spot, aren't ready, aren't whatever. Pick your reason. I don't give a damn. It's like anything else. And, how many baseball players get better how many basketball players take a minute to get better? Go back and look what Steph Curry or Michael Jordan were in their first 2-3
And a lot of it, too, ultimately, franchises.
situation, right? Situation. He's Sam Darnold. And I don't know. I'd love to hear Vikings. How do you, because you watched. I'm just curious. Not that I want you to vomit on yourself, but I just, how do you feel? He was in your building. He won 14 games. And you moved on. And I don't know at the time. I think Minnesota made the wrong choice. They drafted a young quarterback. They were ready to go. He was like, they decided that was their dude in J.J. McCarthy. And it didn't work, or it hasn't worked yet. I'm not ready to give up on J.J. McCarthy. He's been hurt. He just doesn't look it. Of that whole class, right? He's the one guy. There were 6 of them in the first round, the first 12, right? Books out on him and Pennick. I think everybody else, May and Nick, everybody else in that seems like they've hit. Jaden Daniel. Who's number 1? Bryce Young?
Caleb Williams.
Hey, get on. Everybody else looks like they're going. The defense was spectacular. I don't know. I was thinking when we were talking MVP, everybody was like, who's going to be MVP? I said, it's going to be Walker, because I don't know that there was one dude on defense that stood out. Like, where do you go? Do you give it to Ernest Jones, who had 11 tackles, or Byron Murphy, who had 2 sacks, or Derek Hall, who had 2 sacks, or where do you go with it? How do you decide who to give it?
Kicker was feeling good for a while there.
The kicker sets a Super Bowl record with 5 field goals. Yeah. Like, where do you go? I think they went the right place. Jason Myers would have been weird to give the kicker the. I guess in a 9-0 game, but then you go deep. Were you good with the MVP?
I was. I thought Kenneth Walker had a really good game overall. He was how Seattle was able to get most of their points early in that game by getting in the field goal range with the runs he had in the first half. He had like 80 yards rushing in the first half.
I thought he set the tone.
A couple receptions. I think he was a worthy MVP, and he's the first running back to win the award since Terrell Davis.
And that was 32 with
97 season.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
It really is. All right, ton to do. Let's go. 505-246-0610. Got to get here today. 505-246-0610. That is our phone line. That is our text line. Want your thoughts on Super Bowl 60 in the books, Seahawks, Pats. You want to get in on the halftime shows, plural, you can certainly do that. I got a lot of thoughts on that, if we want to go there. Boise State 91, New Mexico 90. We will get there. UTEP 91, New Mexico State 88. We will get there. New addition to the Mountain West in football. Got a lot of thoughts on that as well. 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. You can find JJ on the X, it's _JJ Buck. And on TV, Adrian's in producing this morning. We're on Xfinity Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. We're on our Facebook, OD in the AM, and on the YouTube channel for Pro. When we get back more on the Super Bowl, I want to get into the Sam Darnold conversation and Drake May. What does it mean for Drake May? Because he wasn't good yesterday. But he'll be all right. I'll tell you why. Fellas, how you feeling? I mean, not just, I get it. It's probably tired. But are you habitually tired, regularly tired, losing your edge, struggling, focusing not really well, not feeling like yourself? Could be signs of low testosterone. Could be hormone imbalance. I got some help for you. It's the team at Vita Vital Medical. Albuquerque's expert specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, and peptide therapy. All of this will help you restore your strength, your energy, your confidence, and your performance, both on the field and off. They're right here in Albuquerque. They're local. They know what works. They have proven treatments to get you back in the game and focus on you. What does that mean? They listen to you. They take time to understand your goals. What's going on with your body? What are you feeling? How long have you been? What are your symptoms? What do you want? Where do you want to be? They'll create a plan tailored for you. You'll feel better. Don't sit on the sidelines. Take action today. The number is 505-240-8559, 505-240-8559. Or go to VitaVitalMedical.com. That's V-I-D as in David, A, V-I-T as in Thomas, A-L. VitaVitalMedical.com and get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health expert.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sports shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more.
Well, football's done. I mean, that's another reality of Super Bowl being done. 29-13 was the number. Seahawks beat the Patriots last night. Super Bowl 60's in the books. Patriots are your champions. And next up, the draft. And it is what it is. But I don't know. That's always the reality of this. You know, we wait for it. We wait for it. We wait for it. We get that dang Hall of Fame game in late mid-August, early August, whenever that happens.
Man, if only there was a bowl game that could be played. Yeah, that's right. University Stadium around now.
That would be good because I mean, there'd be teams dying. I'll probably get that one. Weather's great. How do you not play your? All right. Drake May was, and I'm listening to people. Oh, see. Drake May, the numbers ended up okay. 27 of 43 for 295, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. The interceptions were bad. He had, I think, 60 yards the first 3 quarters. Loaded up late in the game. This is a young quarterback in his first Super Bowl against a. Give me the word for the JJ. Besides really, really good. I don't know how to stack them up historically. I don't want to put them with, you know, whatever Bears. This is a really, really right?
Very good defense, absolutely.
Yeah, is that okay? I mean, that's a fine way to say it.
Yeah,
I think that's Drake May will be. Patriots in the offseason are going to need to upgrade what they're doing on their offensive line. That's got to be their priority, right?
Yeah, and they have a really good base. The fact that you did have 2 rookies starting on that offensive line, and you got to the Super Bowl. As much as people complain about Will Campbell late in the season, and I think he had a knee injury that really affected him because they weren't complaining as much early in the year. But still, to get to this point, they're in a really good spot. Because whether address it in free agency, some guys out there, left tackle's not one you can always find easy, but in the draft, free agency, the ability to maybe move him inside or slide him the right tackle, you're in a pretty darn good position where, that was really frustrating. He had a poor performance, but you can fix it in the offseason.
And then I think they could add a receiver. I don't know that they need to go first round receiver, but I think they can find some help on the outside. I don't know Stephon Diggs' legal issues. He's going to be right.
Was he playing in the postseason?
He was there. Yeah.
How about invisible?
Yeah. What did he have yesterday? Because he was there arguing and chirping and barking at the other team. 3 catches, 37 yards. They threw at him 3 times. Yeah. There were plenty of games this year where he was. He had a big game against Buffalo on Monday night or whatever it was when he went up. He wasn't.
I think that was just kind of the way that you see that offense anyway, when Keyshawn Boutte and Matt Collins can emerge as quality targets. Hunter Henry, I'm with you. I think the base for this offense with Drake May is still in a very good place.
He's going to be fine, and he's going to grow. I mean, he's still super, super young. He's 22 years old or whatever it is, and 23 years. And he just played his second year. I think Josh McDaniels, Mike Vrabel, that coaching staff, that's a nurturing environment for him. And get to the Super Bowl in your second year, and again, there's no guarantees you're going to be back. The AFC is going to be a lot harder. I firmly, because I think there's another iteration of Kansas City, whether it's next year or 2 years, but I think they're going to reload. I think Buffalo's going to be really good. I'm interested to see what the Ravens are with a new head coach. The Chargers feel like they're coming, right? And so people, I'm already, are they going to be back? I don't know. There's no guarantee. In Denver, I mean, I would still argue, I think Denver was a better team than them. Denver had to play their backup quarterback on played in 2 years in the snow and tried to come back in a game that you couldn't see in it. I mean, you put that game on a regular football field, in a dome somewhere. I think Denver was better than them. I still do, but they beat them, and so they deserve to be there. So I'm hearing, are they back next year? Look, man, Jacksonville feels like they're coming. Houston, I still think, is there. Baltimore isn't done. Buffalo isn't done. Denver's not done. Kansas City may be a year away, but and the Chargers feel like, right? AFC's going to be.
Well, the Chargers can be in that spot for eternity
until they finally get there. Listen to you finally coming around. I like that.
Like I'll ride with that quarterback all the time, but they'll be in that position to get to the playoffs, and that's all you need is that opportunity to get there and then see what happens. And I still think Justin Herbert's the guy that can get you there more times than not in an offense, especially with Mike McDaniel coming in, and I like that addition, just the kind of outside the box thinking for the Chargers. But yeah, it's really tough, and there's going to be a team that you don't expect that's really good. It was the Indianapolis Colts at the start of the season before Daniel Jones gets hurt. And that's the NFL, and there's teams that we can absolutely lean into and just expect them to be a postseason team, potentially win double-digit games. And it's why you got to capitalize on your opportunities when you can. And the Patriots, not apologizing for the schedule, who they beat, what they needed to do to get there. Seattle was just that much better. I think whether it was Seattle or LA, this is what we were going to see in the Super Bowl. Is that those NFC teams just were a little bit better.
New England's going to be all right. They're going to be contending for a while. QBR, and again, there's a few stats in sports I still don't get. I don't understand QBR or rating. I don't understand net ranking sometimes. Drake May 16.3 QBR in comparison. Sam Darnold 53. Whatever. Do you understand QBR? Do you understand the formula?
If I read the definition, I can understand it.
Yeah, but does it ever make sense to you?
Yes.
It doesn't make sense. And honestly, it matters about as much to me as what people think about the half. I watch the game. All right. If you want to get in on the halftime, I'm sure you can. We'll get there at some point. When we get back, we'll get into the other big story around here. Global basketball losing their second game in a row in the pit. 91-90. They fall to Boise State on Saturday night. Lobos now have lost 2 in a row. They go to Grand Canyon. And we talked about, what did I say last week? This might be a season-defining stretch. They're in a tie for 4th place. Grand Canyon's a half game behind. If Lobos lose on Wednesday in Grand Canyon, is it tomorrow or Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. And Nevada wins. Lobos will fall into that 5th spot and out of a bye spot. I want to talk about the potentials for at-larges in the NCAA tournament. We'll talk about the game the other night. Everybody's got a coaching suggestion. I'll read all of those that are coming in. They lost 2 in a row. Relax to some extent, but I understand the concern. We'll get there when we get back. 505-246-0610. 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff@sportsanimalabq.com and JJ at sports. All right, guys. Valentine's Day is coming this week. Get over to John Thomas. They've got something going on that's really, really cool. And I guess we're getting a last-minute time. Don't make last-minute bad gifts today. Get over to John Thomas Jewelers. You will look thoughtful. You will look prepared. You'll find beautiful, beautiful, beautiful jewelry there. That's why they're my jewelers. But when you spend more than $950, you receive a 1 carat lab grown diamond pendant necklace, absolutely free. The pendant itself is valued at $900, and this is free. Look, there's no catch on this. No. If you buy diamond stud earrings and they're $950 or more, you get the pendant. If you buy a bracelet that's $950 or more, you get the pendant for free. It works with almost any purchase $950 or more. You get one piece of beautiful jewelry and a second one absolutely free. You can use it for another gift, or you could give her both, or it's for your anniversary or her birthday, whatever it happens to be. This is good while supplies last, and it ends on Valentine's Day, which is coming up Saturday. Get yourself over there. Don't wait till the last minute. It's John Thomas Jewelers, 3rd floor showroom, Lewis University building, on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, directly across from the Coronado Center. John Thomas Jewelers, where you don't just survive Valentine's Day, you win Valentine's.
This report is brought to you by the...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, 1 love.
Albuquerque's leader.
Basketball, losing to Boise State 91-90 at home on Saturday night. Game that went back and forth. Boise State took the lead on a buzzer beater at halftime, 40-42. even in the second half, JT Rock hit a 3 at the buzzer to make it a 1-point game, 91-90. That vaunted Lobo defense that over the first 20-ish games of the season had been very, very good, has given up a lot of points. The last 3 outings, you got away with it in San Jose because you outscored the Spartans. You got handled on Wednesday by Utah State. And then Boise State, who's playing better, finished off the sweep, and they beat you. And I don't want to say it's down to 3 days of Vegas. But, JJ, I will say this. I think the margin of error is gone. I think the only game that you can lose now outside of the tournament to remain in at-large contention, you continue to be bubbly, is in Logan. You got to win in Reno. You've got to win in Phoenix on Wednesday. You've got to beat San Diego State when they come to you. You got to win everything else. The only game I think that you can lose and watch what else happens to be continued to be considered for an at-large berth is probably the game in Logan.
You're not wrong with that. Right now, you're on the outside looking in because it's constantly moving. It's just not about yourself. It's you versus the other 10 teams around you and what they have on their resume, what they're going to add or have subtracted moving down the stretch. So it's always a moving target. It's not as simple as yes or no when you're at this point because you're comparing you versus multiple other teams. And what happened last week at the pit went from having Lobos. A lot of people liked where they were, projections on the right side because of still understanding, hey, there's more for this team to do. I think you're on the outside looking in now with an opportunity, but your margin of error is gone. And even if you win those games, you got to hope that some of the squads around you that are potentially too in power conferences aren't able to add even more onto their resume.
Yeah. A couple of things that didn't help. Grand Canyon getting because you're going in there. UNLV beat Grand Canyon over the week. Utah State damn near got beat at Wyoming, 85-83, but they won. San Diego State pounded Air Force Saturday. Colorado State handled San Jose State. Nevada gets by Fresno State. And then the Lobo games. So tomorrow, Utah State's at home against Fresno State. Colorado State's at Air Force. San Jose State. And then Wednesday, the Lobos go on the road. This is I got some emails, I got some texts already. Everybody's questioning Olin all of a sudden, where he went from being a genius literally in 4 days. I listened to the post-game show, driving back on Saturday night after the game, Kenny show, and it why not Vicente? Why not this? So this one says, "Good morning. I think it's time for Olin to bench Antonio Joel, give Vicente a chance to say that Vicente a chance to play." He's a weak link right now. Offensive performance has diminished hugely. He's getting pushed around with the bigger players, the Utah State Boise State. You think he should bench? I mean, I don't. Now, Joel's got to be better. Joel was the guy coming in I thought was going to be your go-to guy, your pick-me-up guy, your creator guy. I don't know this for a fact. I think he's making the most NIL. That matters.
Well, it's an added amount of pressure, but it also, the eye test, man, we keep saying we thought he ain't.
Yeah.
Can he be a good piece? Yeah, but I don't think people thought he was just going to be a piece of the puzzle, but that's what he is. He needs to be a piece of the puzzle because he's not just at this point in the season going to turn into the best player on the team.
That's true, but he needs to be a bigger.
And as a coach, what can you do now? It's minute. And if you feel that it's an effort problem, if you feel that maybe there's a mentality that needs to change, then yes, it's minute. But when you look at the options that he has, you're not getting better where they need it. And you can tell me Antonio Joel has to be better offensively. The defense is why they lost these games. And you're not getting better defense out of Vincentic or Pons coming into the lineup.
So the issue the other night was the 3-point shot, and the amount of. I mean, some were contested and some were open. Right? Boise State hit 15. That's 15 threes. 15 out of 35 is what they hit. 42, almost 43. And that's where the point, I mean, that's 91 points. That's where, a chunk of it came from, right? Their shooters often were open. I know you want to do a hell of a lot more. Look, Dylan Andrews, transferred from UCLA, he can play. He found it, and he got in a group.
He averaged 29 points last week.
Yeah,
in their games they played.
They didn't beat you in the paint like they did up there. They didn't pound you with their bigs like they did up there. In fact, points to the paint, you dominated them 40-14. Crazy, right? No, they beat you by controlling the ball. They turned it over. 11.
Beat you by hitting 4 more 3-point shots than you did.
And they didn't miss a free throw until the end. They were 26-27 at free throw. And I got you. Were there a few calls down the stretch I thought were bailouts? Yeah, there were. The whistle didn't go your way. It didn't. I thought some of the hot fouls were bad. There was a blocking foul at the end. There was a bailout at the end of a shot clock. I thought, but
talking about the one where he fell down.
Yeah, well, the one that was called on Boise State where, yeah, there was one where, yes.
I didn't like the last foul on Hop
No,
where
I
he was
thought
just
that
fighting
was
over
bad.
the screen.
I
I didn't like that one. I didn't have his, when a dude falls down and on the floor and the guy like falls over him, they're gonna call that either way in the game. Like,
yeah, I didn't think you got the benefit, but I thought there was a charge. There was an obvious charge, but whatever. That's not why you lost. You gave up 90. So now where do you go? And the bottom line is you got to go to Phoenix and win a basketball. That's where you. And I still think this team is good. Are they a great team? We got to get back to the premise. And I know we lose that when you have a ton of. If and you don't care now, it doesn't matter. And I don't blame you because the bar rate standard change, right? But if we start at the beginning of the season, said you're 18-6 or 9-4, with a first year coach or a brand new team and people you had no idea who they were, I think you're in a good place, right? But because the standard was
and then how it looked on Wednesday night too. Goodness.
Yeah, we got to. I don't know. We wouldn't need to rehash. I saw the second. All right, Jeffrey. Good morning. I know you were at the game the other night. How you living?
I'm doing good, man. Good to see you the other night. It was a interesting game. What I saw is this. Obviously, it's always harder when you make the turn in conference, right? Everybody adjusts, and if Wednesday hadn't happened before this game, it might not feel so bad. But the one thing I noticed, and I could be wrong, is it looked like Bullion was having a hard time closing out because they're big. Who made he was 4 of 6 from threes, and he was most of the time he was wide open by 6 to 10 feet, and it just seemed like the rotation that Bullion was supposed to have on covering him, he was struggling, and maybe the freshman legs are giving out a little bit of that lateral defensive movement that we had before seems to be just a millisecond slower, and I think maybe it was Grammer that posted it in the Journal. We do seem to have a problem with bigger and quicker guards. And when you add all that up and then teams making adjustments on the turn, it's just like, things are going to happen. I do believe there is no room for error. I don't think at this point, we can even really afford to lose at Utah State. But if you were to ask me if we would be at this point at the beginning of the year, I'd be like, hell, I'll take it. And so while it's disappointing, we're still far exceeding my expectations anyway. And, hopefully Olin can make some adjustments and let's see where it goes.
What
but
adjustments
we got a young team, man, and it's a long season. Most of these guys were playing short seasons in high school. So
what adjustments do you want? What do you want to see him do? What adjustments do you want to see?
Well, I don't know. They were trying zone. That didn't seem to work. I think maybe, they seem to be getting beat at what they do, and they're, with Utah State, they were getting pushed out way beyond the 3-point line, and they were forcing them to make passes. They were clogging the lanes. And so I'm not sure what the answer is. I think one thing I see with Bullion is he keeps the ball below his waist a lot when he's under the basket, and he was passing out of there. I think he needs to go up strong and either take the foul or try and muscle the shot. But I was a little bit disappointed to see him get those down low passes so many times, and he just hesitated that millisecond to where they collapsed on him. when you should either go up or kick out right away. But that's just one thing I've noticed. So I'm no coach.
All right. Good. Appreciate you, Jeff. Thanks. So quicker decisions, what he's saying. One is best. I expect him to bounce back. I do. They're not huge. Lobos aren't real big, and that's why you see a lot more time for JT Broccoli. They're young in most places. Can we give Luke Hopkins? He was, and I've told you this, he's my favorite player on that. And the guys around where I sit, I can't shoot, he's got to stop, whatever. Dude, that guy does everything you want. I thought Rick Wright's comparison to Ramon Martinez in the piece that he wrote. He's not flashy, he's not spectacular. He just does. He gets you a big rebound, blocks the shot, guards their best player, makes, when you need him offensively. I asked him in the post game, has there been a concerted effort to be more aggressive for the last, because I felt like he has. And he said, I get, whatever. I thought he was, and sometimes you have one of those nights too. You chuck a ball up into the shot clock and
it goes in.
I thought there was a continuation that I thought it was a horrible call that.
Yes, I don't know how that wasn't.
I don't either. Tommy Nunez called it off, and I thought, did they score on that possession? Do you recall? Because I don't either. But I thought that was absolutely so. All right, we can get there. I got more from you on Lobo basketball. Give you an idea where they are in the standings. What's next? Aggie fan, you had a tough one over the weekend. Lobo women as well. We can hit the hoops. 505-246-0610. Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports.
This report is sponsored by
In sports is Pro View.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we're the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the internet.
I did. They came out. My front yard, my backyard looked way better. Came out, I don't know, a few months back now. And I needed cleanup. It got away from me. Needed shrubs taken out, trees taken out. My grass was dying. My sprinkler system. Took care of it. I love it. I spent time out there, tons of time out in my yards now. Now you're thinking, well, it's still winter, Jeff. I'm going to wait. Don't wait until spring. Just get it done now, because you wait, you get on a list, and by the time your project's done, half of next spring and summer are gone, and you lose all the time. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Have it done now. So when spring arrives, you don't have to wait. And if you know what it is you want your yard to look like, they're going to create that for you. You're not sure? Let their design team come out. They'll create the landscape of your dreams. Look at your space and what it is you and your family want. 32 years of experience in this market, family-owned, family-operated, licensed, bonded, insured, and I absolutely love what they do. Remember, the people who get to enjoy a new landscape of the spring, those are the people who call LaBarge Landscape now. And if you're just looking for a cleanup, leaves are still down, or you want some pruning of the shrubs, they'll do that for you as well. LaBargeLandscape.net, L-A-B-A-R-G-E, LaBargeLandscape.net. You can go look at some of the beautiful projects they've done, and then call them at 505-345-3000 and set up an appointment, 505-345-3000. Whether your project is small or large, the answer is easy. It is LaBarge Landscape. 505-246-0610. Jerry, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hello, Jerry.
Good morning, guys. Talk me off a ledge here. I'm a season ticket holder, so I go to all the games. In the Utah State game, I was able to flush it because we just didn't play a good game, and they played better. And, you know, you lose by 20 at home, you don't deserve much sympathy. Just one of those deals. But Saturday night was a really hard one for me to swallow, because I did come home the next morning. I watched the last few minutes of the game twice. And there were two calls that really I really struggle with. The one call when Hop got called for the block, where the guy was backing him down and Hop clearly fell down, and the guy kept going and tripped over him, so that was a foul on us. So, I don't know.
No, I think it was a bad call. I just think it was a bad call. Yeah.
I think it's a really bad call. But then the second call on Hop again, where he went around the screener and was guarding the dribbler, and clearly the dribbler went into him, faked it in the fifth call. I thought that was even a worse call. So, you know, there's four more free throws they made. And, you know, I know we got our defense is not playing as well, and people have figured it out, but I've had a really hard time swallowing this loss. I think it was, you know, I hate to sound like a whiner, it was stolen from us, but those are two big calls that had a definite factor in the outcome of the game, and I hate for the referees to do that. I don't think it's right, and it just seems like it happens at the pit quite a bit.
Well, so you're talking about the fifth foul, the one that was right in front of the Louisville bench, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was horrible too. Yeah, I thought they got some bad whistles down the stretch. And don't put yourself in that position, I guess. Yeah, no, it's hard to overcome those. I'm not. I don't know that I can talk you off the ledge on this one, other than you've probably gotten a whistle in the past. But the answer is don't give up 15 threes and 27 free throws. Make a few shots and get a couple of stops down the stretch. But I don't know, JJ, can you? I'm not sure I can defend either one of those calls. I thought both of them were bad.
Well, the one he fell down.
Yeah.
If they didn't make that call on the other end, the pit would be exploding. You can't just fall down and knock a guy over, and it's not incidental contact. It's not the NFL.
All right, so you thought that was a foul. Okay. All right, there you go, Jerry. I don't know if that helps. We'll get you off the ledge.
Well, I'm not giving up on them. I think we've had a great year, and looking at the overall picture, 14 new guys, brand new coach.
Yep.
We didn't expect to be here. If we make the NCAA tournament this year, I'll still be very surprised, but I'm not giving up. I think we've had a great year, and it's not over yet. And we got a lot of room for growth, so I'm fine.
The right answer. All right, man. Thanks for the
guys.
call. Don't be a stranger. All right, so it falls down. All right. I mean, I hear your side of it. I didn't think it was a foul, but okay. I haven't seen the replay.
If they don't blow the whistle on the other end,
yeah,
that place riot.
I was right down. So I went down, sat with some friends. Was right down there. These people in front of me that it's not their seats. We're standing up the whole kidding. I'm kidding. He knows. That was right in front of me. I that was the bailout at the end of the shot clock. Yeah, I didn't think that was. And you're right. They'd be going crazy at the end.
And that is not a reason to say it's not a foul, but it's also not. To me, you fall down on the court and a guy falls over you, that's going to be a foul 100% of the time.
Yeah, it's got to go somewhere.
It's not like the NFL. You can say, oh, their legs tangled up. That's no contact. No, that's you're driving, a dude goes down, you fall down, they're blowing the whistle, man. I didn't like the fifth foul.
I thought that was horrible.
I thought that was a bad call. Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
I wasn't as close on that one. I didn't go back and watch the game again. It was, don't want to play golf yesterday morning. It was too damn nice. Not like
beautiful Sunday.
By the way, did you catch any of the Waste Management Open? What a finish down the
Griffin. I was just still like, man, this dude. I know he didn't win, but Scotty Scheffler, like he had to grind just to oh, okay, let's get on the plus side, and all of a sudden he's right there.
There he is.
Like, are you kidding me?
And Hideki Matsuyama, that's how quickly golf goes, right? He lost his driver and scrambled all day until the last hole, and then the last two holes, because if you want to count the extra hole, the dude was winning the whole way, scrambling. It's how fast that game goes, man. All of a sudden, you can't keep your driver in the fairway. It keeps getting you in trouble, and finally you pay. Chris Gatterup wins the Waste Management Open. 505-246-0610. Let's go. We got Super Bowl. We got Lobos. We got North Dakota State. I just saw somebody put out a schedule on North Dakota State, and will the Lobos play them? According to this one, well, I have an answer for you. And when and where? It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Industries is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletic. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito.
The Super Bowl, the NCAA tournament, and the Final Four. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Super Monday, how you feeling? Yeah. A little groggy. Came in this morning to the security guard, Joe, downstairs. Gonna be a great day. 3 guys called out today. Yep, get to the office. Today is the number 1 day for sick calling in America. I think, JJ, the proposal is they want to go to 18 games and move it to next week where it's President's Day, where many people will get Monday off anyway, and it can be a holiday. Instead of moving it to Saturday, I still don't understand why it's Saturday. Do we just not do well on TV? TV has to drive that. College football plays their championships on Monday.
True.
Everybody stays away from Saturday, right?
No, there's not that big of a buzz of the college football national championship parties where you're going hard and
because they're on Monday.
Yeah.
I don't know why Monday's any different than Monday. I mean, you're off all day, so you can go all day. But yeah, 29-13 Seahawks over the Patriots yesterday. Sam Darnold, 19 of 38, 202 yards and a touchdown. Kenneth Walker's your MVP, 27 carries, 135 yards. Seattle's defense was the story. Drake May was pressured all day, sacked 6 times, turned it over a few, and Seahawks are the champions of the National Football League. Their offensive coordinator, Clint Kubiak, did confirm after the game that he is going to take over the head coaching job of the Las Vegas Raiders. So we're open for business there. Anything that is National Football League related, you can get in. Matt says, disappointing Super Bowl. Pat's goal line was abysmal. Seattle defense played great. Congrats to them on now it's the baseball pitch catchers report. So we're there if you want to get, and it's open all of it. Anything you want to talk about Seattle's defensive front was, to me, was the difference. I thought Sam Darnold was good. Sam Darnold played within Sam Darnold, didn't turn the ball over. The story that is Sam Darnold is, to me, fantastic. Crappy way that he had to get there. But when it's all said and done, he's hard not, isn't he? He's not cocky, not arrogant. I don't think there's a bunch of controversy behind him. The guy that came out, was he first overall? Third overall, right? Third overall with the latest guy at that point that was going to save the Jets. Horrible situation, horrible organization, and they gave up on him. And he went to, then Carolina, San Francisco, wins 14 games in Minnesota, loses the last 2. He's not that good. We got this rookie who's way better. And Seattle takes a shot on him, and he goes to the right place with the right surroundings, with the right people there, with Clint Kubiak, with Jackson Smith and Jigba, with a good offensive line, with a good running game. Now he's a Super Bowl champion. The first guy ever to be a Super Bowl winning quarterback in the national. It's a great story.
So you mentioned his cockiness. Is that a Baker Mayfield comment?
It wasn't. No, I didn't even think about Baker. I literally just overall.
Because I'm wondering what quarterback would be that guy.
What quarterback would be what?
You said he's not boisterous or cocky or something.
Yeah. So whether that's a good attribute or not, for some people it is. For some people,
I'm just wondering because I was thinking because kind of Baker Mayfield used him bouncing around as he just has that chip on his shoulder, right? It's like everyone's against me. Sam just was like, all right, here's another opportunity. Just go here. I think the Sam Darnold story is fantastic. We see that. I think a lesson too is if you have a quarterback that wins double-digit games, let alone 14 games, maybe you need to take a step back and reassess your process. I'm looking at you, Minnesota. It's not easy to do that in the league.
Yeah. Well, they felt they won not necessarily because of him, but with right, not because of. And I'm not sure Seattle wins the Super Bowl because of Sam Darnold.
Geno Smith ain't doing what Sam Darnold did.
I promise that's right. And I said it the day that happened, right? Didn't I tell you they upgraded? I told you the day that they made that move and got rid of Geno and went to Sam Darnold, that was enough. You can pull up tapes on it. Because you got one guy who I firmly felt peaked and was on the way back down, and I still thought Sam Darnold was on the way up. And some guys just, it's late. And go back to the cockiness thing. I like guys who are confident. I like Baker Mayfield. If and when Baker Mayfield wins the Super Bowl, his story will be terrific. And he's on his 4th, right?
That 2018 draft class. Number 1 overall, Baker Mayfield. Number 3 overall, Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Number 7 overall, Josh Allen. Is
that right?
Number 10 overall, Josh Rosen. 32nd pick, last pick of the first round, Lamar Jackson.
And one guy's
and tip of the cap to Mason Rudolph.
And one guy's gotten to the Super Bowl in that whole group. Yeah. Only one of them's gotten to the Super Bowl, right? Who was number 1?
Baker.
So Baker was 1, Darnold was 3, Josh was 7, Rosen was 10, Lamar was 32, and one of them has gotten to the Super Bowl. Is he the 3rd best quarterback of the 3, or of the 5? I'm sorry. I mean, you're taking both Lamar and Josh Allen over him, right?
Yes.
Are you taking Baker over? If you're starting a team right now, you taking Baker Mayfield over Sam Darnold? You're thinking about it, right?
I think they're super similar, just their style of play. But what do you want? You want to see winners in the postseason? Right?
I mean, and look, Baker, I don't know what his post, but it's crazy. That's why that story's so good. I don't mind.
Baker's 2-3 in the playoffs, and one of those wins came as a quarterback of the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm. So Darnold is now 3-1 in the post. I don't know that did he get there before?
Last year.
Right, he lost. Yeah. He lost first, and then he won 3 this year. Dude, it's so hard. If you go look at guys postseason, it will just startle you how pedestrian some of the great postseason. Some of them. Now, the Brady's, the Montanas are a little different, but it will startle you how hard it is. What's Mahomes? Do you have them all up right now? Is that kind of where you're going? Like, Mahomes is going to be really guess what's probably like 12-5 or something.
17-4. That's an insane postseason record.
And that's all. That's gonna be better than Brady winning. Where did I see much? Was it in a commercial where he said, "I've been to 4 Super Bowls, never lost"? Was it a Guinness commercial? What's Brady?
35-13.
I mean, but then you go to some of the greats. You go look at what Marino did, and you go look at Elway did, and you look at Peyton, even Eli, and you just they're so pedestrian, so hard. The Darnold story, and again, I go back to the cock. I don't mind. I don't mind a cock quarterback. Two guys who are doing it at the pinnacle right now. Now, I'll give you a few guys who are confident, but not like just look at me guys. And I don't even know who's the look at me quarterback. I don't know that there is one right now. Like, who is it? Is it Baker?
Baker's just more of a no one believes in me guy still, and he's kind of chip on his shoulder.
I mean, Josh Allen doesn't talk a bunch of junk. Lamar Jackson doesn't talk a bunch of junk. Patrick Mahomes doesn't. Stafford's very, let me put it this way. Darnold's very Stafford-like, right? Stafford's confident, but it doesn't have. What do I tell y'all? The guys who are really, really good, and I don't care if it's in life, sports, and athletics, and business, they're the people, and this is what I learned in life. People who are really good don't have to tell me how damn good. People who are really smart don't have to tell me how. And the really successful quarterback, kind of guys who are show me guys instead of tell me. I'm going to show you.
Is there anybody that?
I don't know that I have one right now that is that guy that.
But you're going to get that from the skill position players and defenders and stuff.
Yeah. I don't know that there is one. And you know what? Honestly, from the quarterback position,
you can't be that guy.
You can't be. Right? Maybe Cam was a little bit that guy for a little bit. I'm staring at him. That right? You know, you got to go to work and lead. That's who you've got to be. All right, 505-246-0610. I want to get into this. We'll stay on this. If you want to hit the Super Bowl, it's there for y'all. The North Dakota State thing to the Mountain West was a big story. And I watched the Twitter reaction, and it's been everywhere. I'm going to kind of bring it to the middle for you, which I think it is. If you are a fan of a Mountain West team, New Mexico, this is the greatest thing ever, and ha to the Pac-12, and somehow we're better than you are. If you're a fan of the Pac-12, oh, nice. Now you guys are really an FCS. What a joke. Yeah, that's not really right either. Oh, it makes the Mountain West the best group of 6 conference. Sure, that's right either. But I got thoughts, and I know you do too. North Dakota State in football in the mountain, the opening drive, the 95 of them.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
TurboThread, proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThread.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Network.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks. Following sponsors. This broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. I'd like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics. International Detective, a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security service in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 5-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets.
The Seahawks win their second Super Bowl in franchise history. It's the opening drive. Jefferson Beata, J.J. Buck. Lobos lose to Boise State in the pit, 91-90 on Saturday night. That's open for you. Ladies got beat 63-35. They were limited to single-digit points each of the first 3 quarters. And then New Mexico State lose 91-88 in overtime. They blew a lead there and kept a shot late at regulation. And big story over the weekend, and watch the reaction on this was fast. It was supposed to be social. It was bonkers. It was North Dakota State joining them in football. North Dakota State will pay $12 million entrance fee to get in. They will pay another $5 million to the NCAA to transition up for FCS. It's insane, but obviously they want to be there. I think it was fantastic. Why would they let it? And I watched the reaction. Oh, this is great. It was all over. What this does is it's a good move for Mountain West. I don't even think that is an argument. That is a good program. I think of what James Madison was in FBS, what they've become. I'm sorry, in FCS, but in FBS. Do I think that happens right away? Do I think that? I mean, it can happen with North. I don't know. What does it do for the league? It helps. Does it make you better than the Pac-12? I don't think it does. But it adds. Does it add recruiting? No, but it adds a good program. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It's not the worst thing in the world, but I think it's positive. I saw one version schedule from a site out of North Dakota where Lobos play up there at the end. Mountain West is not saying they haven't put out the schedule. I guess they got to change it. They had put out, right? Or they had put out the teams that you're going to play a home and away.
Yeah, now they got to change
adjust. They're staying at 8 games. I think this is super positive for the Mountain. I think it's great for North Dakota, and I think that's a program that will compete right away. And within 2 years, look out. They could be, and they might be a power right away. They're going to be really, really good. They obviously have the resources. They got $17 million to pay, get into this league in the transition. They're going to have the resources to highlight.
So they're not eligible regardless, right?
They're not they're not bowl eligible unless there's bowl slot. And Lord knows what that looks like, how many they're going to be. And, but yes, theoretically, there's a transition.
Would they be eligible for the college football playoff?
No, I think it's like 5 years. Has James Madison been up 5 years?
One, you also have to look at it and say there still is a value because they are investing a lot of money. It's not just the money up front to join the Mountain West Conference and become an FBS football member, but it's the money behind it in terms of now you have to start sharing revenue. Now you have to take your football program to another level that's a lot different than FBS football. And so they have to know that that flow is going to be there. To join the Mountain West Conference, I think it also they looked at it and said, yeah, we're not worried about any teams here.
That's right.
So I looked at it. I was shocked. But
shocked.
I was shocked, yeah. But to drop that amount of money, knowing the money that you still have to have on the back end moving forward to be competitive, knowing you're not going to be able to play for anything for who knows how long.
Okay.
And here we are.
I think they can play for conference. And I think they can get into the conference, whatever. But yeah, I wasn't shocked at all. I was mildly surprised that it's going to happen right away. But I think this is a good thing. I think it's good for the Mountain West. Obviously, they're looking for. I think three. Again, I'm not a big fan of split. I don't know who ends up feeling so good about. That's why these fan bases are so into each other on Twitter, because both of them feel super uneasy. All these cocky Pac-12, San Diego State, Boise State, whomever it happens. You know who's quiet? People like Fresno.
I'm just happy to be here. I understand fans, and you're going to say you suck and they suck and whatever with it, but the people that are just actively rooting for the Mountain West to fail, like they were against, like they kept Boise State out of the college football playoff, or they kept multiple teams at the NCAA tournament. I don't understand that mindset. Like I just don't. Even as long as I've been doing this, been around fans, I've been a sports fan, I just don't understand that.
The back to North Dakota, the thing that surprised me is that it was, but I guess, traveling Hawaii to North Dakota.
Yeah, they think the same thing with Northern Illinois.
And they'll probably try to get. All right, let's go to you.
Wasn't NIU, they're moving all their stuff to the Horizon League.
Or Horizon. 505-246-0610. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal.
Good morning, fellas.
Good morning, Travis. How you living?
Doing well. Listen, I think great comments on the the expansion of Mount West and splitting North Dakota State. I generally agree with you guys. I think it's kind of like a neutral positive, right? Not that big a deal, but it's not terrible news for the Mountain West Conference. And I think JJ is right. Quite frankly, like the sticker shock for what they're paying. I mean, isn't it? They're paying the NCAA to step up, and then they're paying the Mountain West Conference to join. I mean, I think in total it's over $17 million that they're paying out. I mean, that sounds like a pretty hefty price tag.
Sounds like they've got it, which means to me they got resources. I don't think they would make this move if they didn't think they compete at that level and the resources continue to be there. And I don't know if it's oil and gas money. I don't know where it's coming from, but obviously it's there, right? They wouldn't make this move. This wasn't something that they just got a call last week. But, hey, let's do it. This has been in the plans for a while. North Dakota State boosters, fans, people have been wanting to make this move. And obviously this is part of a strategy. And so when I see that they're ready to make that sort of a commitment, yeah, I'm listening. I'm impressed.
Yeah, and we'll see how it plays out. I mean, ultimately, and I have a slightly different perspective. I'll say an added perspective to your guys' thoughts, which is for the Lobos, this doesn't change much in the aggregate because I think what the Lobos need to be focused on in terms of our football program is positioning the University of New Mexico through investment in the stadium, through investment in the program itself, through NIL, etc., positioning this program so that when the next round of conference realignment occurs, there is an opportunity to step up into another conference where there's more revenue sharing, there's more money on the table. I mean, ultimately, I think that is the long-term plan for the Lobos, who have missed out, who have missed the opportunity to leap and jump on some of those trains because of the historic lack of investment in our program. And we've had that conversation before. I mean, we know what we're dealing with facility-wise, but I think so this team being added, I don't know that affects the long-term strategy for New Mexico is, I guess, where my thoughts are. But as far as the Lobo game over the weekend, look, anytime you lose 2 in a row in the pit, you're going to have some disgruntled fans, rightfully so, because you had almost 15,000 show up for both those games. They were both late night, 9 o'clock starts. And Lobos showed up, tried to give you the edge to get you over the top. And in one game, Utah State, you weren't even in it. You weren't even close. And in the Boise State game, the score on paper looked better than I think how that game ended up going, particularly at the end. I mean, if you remember, Lobos caught fire kind of in the in-game sequence from three-point line, which I think narrowed the gap in the score.
Hall hit one. Yeah, Hall hit one.
Hall, yeah, he hit one from NBA range, right? And so, I mean, the score looks a lot better on paper than how you feel as a Lobo fan because of the fouling sequence. But nonetheless, if you look at the stat sheet, Lobos win that game. I mean, points in the paint.
Yeah,
I mean, they outscored Boise points in the paint. Points off turnovers. Bench points. The Lobos look statistically amazing on paper, but the place where they fell is the point that you guys have made, which I think this is a point that Lobo fans need to understand. I think I see a lot of Lobo fans being very upset offensively about Scholl or any of the other players. No, I mean, you and JJ are right. The only thing that separated that game, the differentiation, was the defense, and particularly the defense on the three-point line. I mean, these guys got hot and they hit a lot of threes, and that ultimately was the game. And so Lobos have 1 month until March. Now, it's a short month, but they have 1 month until March to kind of figure themselves out. Now, ideally, you don't want to be trying to figure yourself out in February as you head into March. You'd prefer that process to take place in January, like it did for Nevada, right? Nevada did not start conference well. Now they're tied for 4th place, right? But they still have time to figure this out. But as you mentioned, the margin of error is non-existent. And I really do think that this is a team that is going to need to win games in the Mountain West Conference, probably win that tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. But there's a lot of work to do for this team to get back to kind of what their bread and butter is. But I really think Coach Olin is the guy that can figure that out. Anyway, have a good day, guys.
All right, man. A couple of things in there. I think the margin of error in regards to at-large is basically, I think there's one game on the schedule to remain in the at-large conversation, JJ, that you can lose, probably the game in Logan. That means I think they got to win Wednesday. They've got to win in Reno. They've got to beat San Diego State and hold on all those other games. Feel the one in Logan, you'll feel a lot better. But they just came to your place to beat you. So, I just not looking to be a downer on that.
That is the reality, because it's not just what you're doing. It's you versus 5 to 8 other teams in that part of the bracket on the bubble. And I think that if you don't win those games, I don't see that many teams that will miss their opportunities to where you're going to be on the right side.
Because it's not, as Jerry always tells me, it's not just you in a vacuum. It's what everybody else doing with whom you are being compared. I got a ton from you. I'll keep them coming at 505-246-0610. Text line's been popped this morning, so I'll get through those. I got emails as well. That's Jeff or JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. And you're listening to the Open Drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This report brought to you by Glasheen, Baez, and Enderman.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
ProView Networks. Following sponsors for this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Network.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Network.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned.
All right, a lot to do. Coming up, Super Bowl and a weekend. It was a rough weekend for hoops in the land of a champion. Global men's basketball loses to Boise State at home 91-90. Ladies lose on the road in Boise 63-35. Aggies lose in El Paso to the Miners 91-88 in overtime. That was a rough weekend. The opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and J.J. Buck. North Dakota State joining the Mountain West in football, only football. Lots from you guys on hoops and that. Mud says missed free throws in the pit is mind-boggling. Everyone making first free throw but missed second, vice versa. Defense stagnant and horrible. Okay, these are coming in on the text 505. This one says, good morning, fellas. I was watching the game last night. I'm sitting there thinking Broncos should be winning the Super Bowl right now. Nick, I think, could have beat the Seahawks because they didn't look dominant against Bay. Yes, probably against Nick, the better Broncos. Who knows? They didn't look. I don't know, man. I was watching a game in which Seattle's defense looked pretty damn dominant, no? When we watch different games?
Yeah, I'm not jumping on that bandwagon even with Bo Nick. That's a different game.
By the way, Bo Nick has a broken ankle. Yeah, he wasn't playing much better.
He was playing in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That was a game because of the weatherness.
I get it, Bronco fan. Like, that's got to be tough to watch. So your quarterback was broken, and I don't know what game I watched. Seattle's defense was pretty damn. This one says, I think it's Jeff, says NDSU, North Dakota State, is a smart addition to the conference. If you ask me, basically the most successful D2 program in the history of D2. On the message board, some of their fans are already throwing in the towel, but I don't think they realize past UNM led by a bunch of D2 guys. Seems like the Mountain West is trying to rebuild the conference ground up. Look, man, where did you want them to? If there's some of you who don't like, would you prefer to say stagnant? I will argue right now, and I have not done a deep dive on roster. North Dakota State, if you did a poll right now, JJ, I'm going to guess UNLV 1, New Mexico 2 for most people in the Mountain West next year, and North Dakota State 3rd?
Yep. Maybe.
Or Hawaii 3rd. Hawaii had a nice year. They keep Alejado. Hawaii had a really nice year. Okay, but they're right in that. And that's the transition. I mean, you're arguing there's not an argument they're better right now than what NIU is, what UTEP is, what Reno is, right? Now, are they better than Wyoming? I don't know. We'll watch. I think so. Are they better than what Air Force is? I mean, Air Force is rough. I don't know how you look at it and don't think it's a positive. It may not be the greatest thing ever, or the saving grace here. Steve says, gents, North Dakota State has a lot of juice in the form of dollars, tons of alumni with a lot of money. Evidently. This one says, I can see a world where South Dakota State and potentially both Montana schools. At that point, we all point laugh back. I mean, then you become the Big Sky. What are you laughing at? Pac-12. See, this rivalry will always be there, and I get it. But do you think that's right? I mean, do you think if you add all those Big Sky schools, you're laughing at the Pac-12?
I think people would like to add it. I don't think all those schools have the financial ability to do that at all.
And with all due respect to the Post or to this text, I think there's some positives in what adding the Montana. But as down as Washington State and Oregon State are, does South Dakota State, Montana State, North Dakota State make you better than San Diego State, Boise State, Oregon State, Washington State? Right? It makes you stronger, and that I'm cool with it. But does it make you better than what they are? I'm not sure I'm ready. All right. This one's from Hondo. Obviously, I'm concerned. Why they probably should have had Viejas available space for the Aztecs post finals down 5 days before. What are we? Oh, this is the guy who complains that there's other. We do it another. James says, Lobo basketball sure don't get the ratings, Jeff. Lobo basketball and the women lost to boys clubs, look very much like them. A very similar result shouldn't impact, right? Yet the women's RPI soared because the loss was at Taco Bell while Lobo basketball plummeted because it plummeted. You went down to what, 49? 45. Did it plummet? You went from 38 to 45. Gopher says, Jeff, all I hear from folks when it comes to Lobo Athletics crying about television post. Just like we all talk about with the bowl, is the commercials, the flip half. Why do we have a half? We need to play the same game as regular season. Halftime is 13 minutes long. Then see that. Yeah. All right, I'll go there. What'd you think of the half?
I was fine with it. Like, the kids were dancing. The significant others enjoyed it. It's just energy. And if you wanted to watch another one, you had that opportunity. I don't care which halftime show you watch, as long as you had fun watching.
I don't know why we give so much. I just blows my mind. They got, from what I understand, and I'm not familiar with Bad Bunny's work. I thought the production was terrific. I don't really I don't understand Spanish enough, so I don't understand the storyline. I didn't know what was going on necessarily. Get it? Not traditional Middle America. I understand. the way I understand it, Bad Bunny is like the hottest artist.
Yeah, and you're towing that line of the Super Bowl is a world experience. It's the NFL, it's your game. But you have the highest streamed artist of the last year performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. I could see how the NFL got there.
If the highest streamed artist in the world was something like, but like Oasis or somebody else that was more acceptable in mainstream, obviously, would there be such?
The realization is we all like different things. And there's going to be very few halftime shows that are going to be able to check the box for great grandpa and little Jimmy that is watching the game with.
You got one of the hottest artists in the world. It wasn't traditional, it wasn't country music, it wasn't rock and roll. I get it. Now, the argument where it's America's biggest sporting event, do you isolate people on the language barrier? That one I listened to. I didn't know. I enjoyed the production. I thought it was cool. I don't watch. I'm not the guy who watched the game. Was there some entertainment? It was fine. And if you wanted to watch the other one, I think I just honestly I don't give a damn. I don't understand why it was such an unbelievable up. In the post, it was crap. I didn't watch it. How do you know if it was crap then?
The realization is the halftime show is not for this audience.
For our
audience.
Yeah.
The halftime show is not for the dudes that are going to be tweeting all day or calling sports talk radio all day.
No, that's 100%. 100%. Like there was obviously a lot of talent. There was a lot of production. They were telling you didn't get the political I hate America stuff you want to hear, or that you thought you were going to hear. But you hate just so you could fuel yourself. It was horrible. It was this. It was anti-American. What? It was a slap in the face. And you had one of the hottest artists in the world on one of the biggest stages. I get it. And by the way, Puerto Rico is America. American heritage. I just don't understand the uproar. I think people need fuel to be pissed off in today's day. It was a time. You didn't have to watch it, man. Get up and go throw the football around. Go to the bathroom. Go get another beer. Go scratch yourself. Go outside. Go whatever you got to do. I just got to explain the outrage. The opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is Pro View. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on Pro View Network.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThread, proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThread.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
ProView Networks. Following sponsors. This broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque.
Feel about it. You got North Dakota State. They unloaded, man. North Dakota State unloaded. $12 million to the Mountain West. It's going to be dispersed amongst $17 million in total because they got to give $5 million to the NCAA. This is, I don't know, man. This is high level. Now, they won't be bowl eligible for bowl games unless there aren't enough teams. The college football playoff for a few seasons. I think they're eligible for the Mountain West title. I think. But I'm reading some of the stuff that's out there, JJ. Matt Brown.
Poked away by Bishop. Bishop takes off. Here comes the money. Up and in.
So they're going to make the official announcement today. I guess we'll learn more about scheduling that today. with
Here's
North Dakota
Bishop once
State.
again, little scoop and score, back-to-back
Does this make
steals
you
and
think
scoop
what
and scores.
Like, is there more? Because now there is
Smietta catch and
10
shoot.
football
Yes,
players,
Nylon.
right? And
First
then there's
field goal of the night for
9
Jay
in
Smietta.
Non-football, right? UC Davis is your non-football. NIU and
Gavitt, coast to coast, takes it himself.
North Dakota State just
Blocked
football.
at the rim.
UC Davis
Hey,
non.
when it gets those frees.
No, I'm not missing something. And then you've added UTEP and Hawaii full-time.
Threes.
So
Hamlet
you expect more?
brings it left
'Cause
wing.
there's always
Cooper.
rumblings.
He'll take a
and Commissioner
triple and
saying
rattle it
we're always
in.
looking for more.
Well, I'll tell you what, Uqueba heating it up right
And
now.
if you want more, I mean, if you expect more, what do you want?
Never say never in this situation. To me, this is more just about securing a foundation as opposed to anything bigger. Because I know everyone want to say, "Oh yeah, let's look next for that realignment." I don't see many of these schools outside of Boise State or San Diego State that would be scooped up by a power conference at this point. So I think you're just hanging on and hoping what happens
on the wing.
down the line is a mega conference on the West Coast that you're in that is essentially the Mountain West on steroids flying under the Pac-12 banner.
Yeah, Mountain West with Washington State, Oregon State.
I think that hope would be elite
Just
ahead right
get
now.
into that.
Campbell for three. Knocks it down.
Right, New Mexico State, from everything I understand, have their opportunity.
Offensive
Former athletic
rebound,
director
another
kind of
block
said,
for
we can't get
Huron.
those budget
Always in
numbers.
the right place at the right time.
But if you're a New Mexico State fan and you're watching the Mountain West dip into FBS,
Block, the rebound put up. That's
I'm
off
sorry,
the
FCS,
mark by
and bring
Whittle.
North Dakota
Here
State.
comes the break now for Bramlett.
Like,
Lob underneath,
I'm
slam.
not going to sit here and tell you
Dunk.
that New Mexico State.
Hunter Butler.
But you got to be sitting there just going, hey, then look at yourself. I mean, they're in a tough
We would
spot
like
right
to thank the following sponsors for making
Not only-
this broadcast possible.
financially, but crying out loud, right now you're going to miss the Conference USA
International Tech
in
Services
basketball.
is a
That's
proud
where you've always
supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico
eaten your meat, right?
Athletics.
That's where you've hung your hat.
IPS provides
New Mexico State
residential and commercial
what about
security service in the Albuquerque
They're in
area.
Conference USA. That's where.
And
That's you.
And that's
For
where you
info,
are.
please call.
All right, 505-246-0610. Another hour. Super Bowl, global basketball, conference realignment, Olympics. Go where you want to
Across
go.
the
It's
state
the
of New
opening drive on
Mexico,
95.9 FM and AM.
different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We
With the Seattle
are
Seahawks
one
winning the Super Bowl
instinct.
and Mike McDonald's second year as head coach, it begs the question, how the hell did the Ravens not win a Super Bowl with Lamar Jackson at quarterback and Mike McDonald as the defensive coordinator?
From the San
If
Diego
you're a
Foothills
Giants fan, I think this is
to
a
the
very
banks
fair
of the
question
Rio
for you to
Grande,
ask yourself the Monday morning
generations of
after the
families
Super Bowl.
remain.
I'm Nick Cousins.
For 5 generations, Galley Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone.
Taxes is
leading the way
feeling
under
unwelcome.
sun-filled skies. Past the vintage glow.
Now Taxes is an open door, literally, to new TurboTax stores. Meet our experts in person.
Hi, welcome in.
Powered by Smart Tech and ready to do your taxes for you. Get real-time updates while you go about your day. Confident your taxes are done right. Now this is Taxes. Intuit TurboTax. TurboTax stores opening soon. Real-time updates only in iOS mobile app.
Our bodies need to
This
settle
is the
into
story of the
nothing
one.
from time to time.
As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing
Into
plant,
nothing at all.
she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having
In a
it there
world
when you need
obsessed
it.
with doing
That's
more.
why she partners with Grainger for
Doing
auto
right here
reordering. So her team
to
members can
undo.
count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Then you would typically used with the fireplace.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday. Let's do this Monday. ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Our bodies need to settle into nothing.
Hi, I'm Chef Franklin Becker. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
High school sports are back. You can watch it every
If you or anyone you care about is facing a family legal matter, call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL or visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
There's a lot on the line in divorce. This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell, the largest family law firm in the country, with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. Divorce touches all areas of your life, your home, savings, retirement, and of course, kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce, you need a partner you can count on. Visit CordellCordell.com to schedule your consultation.
If you or anyone you care about is facing divorce, contact Cordell and Cordell today. With over 100,000 clients served, we understand the challenges you're facing on a personal level. Call Cordell and Cordell today at 1-855-GET-LEGAL. That's 1-855-GET-LEGAL. CordellCordell.com.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code COIN to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code COIN for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
KT40BL Albuquerque is 95.9 FM and AM 610 KNML. Sports Animal. Now it's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Super Monday. Everybody's tired today. Everybody's a little sleepy. Kind of getting over it, feeling it through. I know. Long day. Not the greatest Super Bowl ever, that's for sure. Nobody's arguing that. There's no hyperbole involved with that. But if you liked it, if you're a Seahawks fan, I know you loved it. It is what it is. Yeah. Now you get Super Monday, super groggy, super sleepy. Let's go. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Seahawks win the Super Bowl 29-13. Sam Darnold was good. He's a Super Bowl champion. Drake May was not. He'll be fine. He's got a great career in front of him. Believe that. Kenneth Walker. We're in on that. We're in on Lobo basketball. Getting beat by Boise State in the pit. 91-90. Luke Hopkins, 30. But Dylan Andrews, really, really good for Boise State. He had 33. Lobos have lost 2 in a row. They're going to Grand Canyon. This is a tough one, dude. Grand Canyon's beat San Diego State there. They beat Utah State there. This is a tough. I don't know that people realize. Maybe they. Those who are watching realize how hard this game is. How important this is. What you're walking into.
It's gonna be crazy.
They're coming off.
A little gym in Phoenix is popping.
Well, that place is off. You get that. Lobos women, they're back. When are you back in action with that? Wednesday
night.
You get San Jose State, and that's coming off a game in which 35
Do you want the simple breakdown that no one's going to believe? They didn't hit shots.
Oh, way.
Like, I've watched this team this season play the games, Grand Canyon, Nevada, where after the fact, it was an effort issue, and there was the mentality that needed to change. This was, they got shots, and they hit nothing. Your best shooter went 1 for 11. Who's been one of your best shooters off the bench? Kyle Foster was 0 for 3. You missed 5 straight layups to start the third quarter. At that point in time, you just have to hit a shot. You're a basketball player.
All right, so that happened, and then Aggie fan you can get into 91-88. Your team gets beat in the I-10 rivalry. You lose at UTEP, and now the Aggies are in second to last place. There's 12 teams in Conference USA, 10 of them. So that's where it is. And then North Dakota State joining the Mountain West in football only. They're going to pay the Mountain West $12 million to get in. They'll pay the NCAA $5 million to move up class 8. And that is part of the deal as well. 505-246-0610. Rudy, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Good morning. Does everybody have their super hangover?
Yeah, most people probably do.
Neither team I was fond of, so I watched the game. But it just goes to show you that you better have some offensive linemen that can block. That left side of the Patriots' offensive line was trash. That's the worst performance I think I've seen by an offensive line in the Super Bowl. They couldn't stop nothing. Every time May got the ball, he was under the gun. And when you can't run and you can't pass block, you can't score, can you?
No, dude. That's where even when Drake wasn't under total duress, it looked like they got in his head. They got to him. They hit him enough. He missed open receiver. He was on his back all day. To me, the MVP, and I know you can't give it to a group, was Seattle's.
Oh, yeah. They totally dominated the line of scrimmage on virtually every play. And so, it's 12-0. It's hard to jump up and down and say how exciting it was. 4 field goals doesn't exactly get your blood flowing. So, but it's the Super Bowl, and it's something that you watch. No commercial jumped out at me. I guess there are a few good ones, but
the tight end commercial for prostate cancer screening was bad. All the tight ends,
yeah.
all the former tight ends, and painting, and then that was great. And there was one for a hydration formula, it's like check your pee, or I'm like, whoa, what? Like the ones that I don't know what they're about. And then the Budweiser Clydesdale one with the eagle was really.
Yeah. So my thoughts on what's going on with Lobo basketball is you can't have 2 really important pieces missing this late in the season and not have that kind of lag. Hop just playing too many minutes, and I don't know if they're going to get Chris Hell back, and I don't know if they're going to get Pat back. And even if they get those 2 back, it's going to take them a while to round into shape. So that really threw a monkey wrench in. But that being said, if you told me that UNM would be 18 and 6 and 9-4 in the conference with a chance to still get back into this race, I'd take it. This is the first year of Eric Olin. It's going up against a veteran coach. Now that also said, why Mountain West teams flame out, Jeff, was on full display Saturday. 38 fouls. That's a foul a minute. How do you play basketball when every minute of the game you're stopping play for a foul? I watched Michigan, Ohio State. Half of those fouls wouldn't have been called in the Michigan, Ohio State.
And that's a good point. What you're saying is when you get to the postseason, they call them differently. They call it so super tight now. Then you get to the because you're right. I watched Michigan, Ohio State. I watched Big Ten. They beat the crap out of each other, man. They let them. You decide what basketball is, but that's the way it's going to be in the postseason. It's a fair comment where I do believe it's officiated differently there than it is here. And if
I'm going to take one play. The play when the clock ran down and there was 1 second left and they bailed Boise out with a foul. That was absolute garbage. If you're any kind of quality official, You hold your whistle. It was a loose ball. People are scrambling for it. The 5 fouls on Luke Hop just were astounding to me. The guy's not a dirty player. One of them, he's just standing in the middle of 2 Boise State players. You know, so I'm not happy with the officiating, but it's been that way for so long in the Mountain West. I don't know how to address it. I don't know if it can be addressed, but that's your reason right there. That's why we don't compete. As the only team that's been able to do it is San Diego State, and they seem to get to play at a different level when it comes to defense. So let's see if going forward UNM can figure it out, because they have to. They have to play better defense. That's the bottom line.
And that's the bottom line. I appreciate you. It's interesting, and that's he's alluding to the play that you're talking about, where Hop fell down, the offensive player fell over him as the shot clock ran out.
Yeah, the way that game played out down the stretch, there were definitely influential whistles. But he just said the Lobos don't win in the postseason because of Mountain West referees.
He
Like,
said
are you
the
kidding me?
Mountain West doesn't win in the postseason.
What's an appropriate amount of foul calls? I look back at Houston, BYU, there's like 40 fouls called in that game. Like, what are we doing?
I'll tell you, there are a lot of fouls, and I watched a lot of Big Ten. Big East. It's officiated. It is officiated completely.
Yeah, and guess who was complaining about not getting whistles after the game? Mick Cronin. Like,
everybody.
I get
Every
it,
fan
man.
base
Let's go.
feels. Every fan base feels they're getting screwed. I don't care if it's New Mexico, San Diego State, Grand Canyon, Boise State. Every fan base feels they will point to a play here and a play there. See, we're getting. Gloria doesn't want us to win. That's my favorite. Coming all the time. Oh yeah, they're gonna screw up. How'd they been screwing? Yeah, play better defense. And Rudy said it. I mean, play better perimeter defense. Right? Were there some influential whistles? You called them down the stretch. There were, and calls that went against New Mexico. Absolutely. Is that why they lost? Really is. All right, 505-246-0610 emails. Jeff sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Fellas, Valentine's Day is, what's today? It's Saturday, right? Still Saturday, it's still on the 14th. John Thomas Jewelers. Like, stop by, take advantage of what they got. John Thomas Jewelers on my jewelry store for so many reasons. The quality, the service, the selection. But then when they do things like this, you go, oh, I get it. I get it even more. They're always doing things to help you out. Right now, they're making it easy for you to look thoughtful and careful and prepared. So when you spend $950 or more at John Thomas Jewelers, you're going to receive a free 1-carat lab-grown diamond pendant. Free, valued alone. The diamond pendant, $950. Truly free. There's no catch on this. So if you buy studs that are $950 or more, you can send a bracelet, $950 or more, it's free. It works with almost any $950 purchase. Remember, getting one beautiful piece of jewelry, whatever it is you buy, and a second beautiful diamond necklace, no addition. Available while supplies last. It will end on Saturday, which is Valentine's Day. Don't wait until the last minute, boys, and we're getting there. Get over to John Thomas Jewelers now. 3rd floor, Lewis University building on Louisiana, 1 block south of Manal, directly across from the Coronado Center. John Thomas Jewelers. Act now and win Valentine's Day. Don't just survive.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective, a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletes. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 5-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
Sports Animal.
All right, it is now official. The Mountain West put out a release about 16 minutes ago. North Dakota State is a football member of the Mountain West Conference beginning July 1. Quote Gloria Nevarez, the commissioner of the Mountain West Conference, "We are thrilled to welcome North Dakota State University football program to the Mountain West. The Bison bring a championship mindset and a bold vision for growth that aligns with the unwavering commitment to the excellence of the Mountain West. Their dedication to elevating the student-athlete experience on the field, in the classroom, and throughout the community will energize the Mountain West and help propel our football profile to new national heights." The quote from North Dakota State, Matt Larson is the Bison athletic director. Quote, "This is a historic day for NDSU athletics. Our football program has earned this opportunity through the sustained success and leadership of our student athletes and coaches past and present. Joining the Mountain West is an exciting new opportunity for our team to compete at the highest level, for our fans to see FBS opponents coming to Fargo, and for Bison football to reach a wider national audience through expanded television coverage." North Dakota State, and I didn't realize they were this dominant. They have won 10 of the last 15 FCS. You realize?
I did after reading all the stories.
10 out of 15. In that time frame, they've got a 900 win. They're 198. Bison are 9-5 against FBS. Pretty damn. They'll play a full Mountain West schedule this year as they start their 2-year transition process. They will not be eligible. This was what you were talking about for the Mountain West Football Championship. They will not. Or postseason play. That includes the play. Or a bowl, unless there's not enough bowl for both. The league said they've begun rebuilding the scheduling matrix. It'll be announced in the next. So that's a done deal. The buys are part of it. Again, I think it's positive. I think for the most of you guys as we listen. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails Jeff at sports.wbq.com and JJ at sports.wbq.com. Coming up, Super Bowl, there's a lot of other stuff in the National Football League. The Mac Jones thing I thought was interesting, JJ. You put in the top. Niners have no plans to trade Mac Jones this offseason. They want to bring him back. Brock Purdy's backup, Adam Schefter said. So they don't plan to part with him. He's under contract for another year at just $3.07 million. Why would they? Now, I think there's going to be offers at some point. But he was a damn good security.
He was phenomenal. He kept them alive. That's why they were able to get to the postseason with everything they went through on both sides of football this year. To me, this is a kind of a shot across the bow at the other team. If you think you want Mac Jones, well, you know what? It might cost you a first-round pick.
All right, 505-246-0610. I got two other quarterbacks. Miami, the Dolphins. They're willing to pay down a portion of Tua Tagovailoa's to help facilitate. They're going to need. Still challenging, but they're going to need. Tua has a 4-year, $212 million contract in July of 2020. That's when they already owe him 54 guaranteed for next year. Another $3 million of his 2027 salary becomes guaranteed on March. Cutting him, listen to this, cutting him would leave a $99 million dead money cap. That's the largest in the league. And that would designate him as post-June 1st to spread the money out over. Kyler Murray, Cardinals, guaranteed $36.8 million next year. March 15th, again, that date. Another $19.5 million of his 2027 salary guaranteed. So if they release him before June 1st, they take a $54.7 million dead cap hit. Designating him after that was spread out over. Who wants? I think Kyler Murray at 36.8 JJ would interest somebody, or if they could work a deal to work with the money. I see nobody taking.
I see no one bailing out Miami on the Tua contract. No one. We all said it the day they announced. You had nowhere to go. Josue, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, Hoser?
Good morning. Hey, my thoughts on North Dakota State. I'm just going to take the wait-and-see attitude. I like what they've done in the past, how competitive they have been. And so, yeah, I'm just curious to see how they're going to affect this conference. And, you know, I was thinking back, you know, I'm always, going back to what could have been. But, but back in the day when BYU and TCU were all still here, if they would have waited, if it would have got not impatient with, trying to make that money or trying to go to a better conference. And I think Mountain West would have been, one of those conferences that would have had to find a place for them, especially with how all those schools ended up being so competitive in football. So to me, with North Dakota State, it's just going to be like a wait and see. If they bring that consistency, that that competitive edge that they seem to have, and if they start making some noise and start knocking off some schools, I mean that's all the plus for the conference. So I'm kind of looking forward to it and see how that plays out. As far as the Super Bowl commercials, the one that really made me laugh was one of the first ones, I think, with Ben Stiller, and he was jumping off the stage or trying to outdo the other guy.
Yeah,
that really made me laugh out loud, and so I enjoyed that one. That one I really, really liked it.
All right, man. Good to hear you.
You got it.
See you. Is there a commercial that stood out to you? The tight end one was.
That was solid. Good message.
Prospect.
No, it felt like they took a step back, especially the investment in them. And a lot of the stuff was AI or about AI. So probably saved money in production for a lot of these spots.
$8 million a spot. Yeah, I love that one. Whatever that hydration formula, the check your pee. The Clydesdale one with the eagle at the end. And if you want to get on the halftime too, that as well, like that. They said born bad nobody. Jeff, how about no halftime? The game was so Colombo. You had no halftime. Everybody's got. You let people who want a halftime show have one. You watch Colombo. Everybody's. This tech looks like Lobos can't beat the Aggies. Utah State or New Mexico. They're better than the Lobos. Comes UC Davis. Still get those. Ken says, how precise was this, Jeff? OD College should get the Vince Lombardi belt. Who said you never know which UNLV team you're going to get? Lobo basketball got the bad UNLV team. Chocolate got the good one. UNLV beat Grand Canyon 80-78. That kind of came out of nowhere. I thought UNLV was on a huge skid. And it was, we always talk about that did in UNLV, and there's such a divide in this, right? Between what I think is the bottom, and by the way, I think Colorado State's down. I think there's 4 teams at the bottom: Wyoming, Colorado State, San Jose State. There's that middle group, UNLV. I guess Fresno State's worked their way into that, huh? Vance Wahlberg's gotten them playing better. You still got to go there, don't you?
I think San Jose State and Air Force are in a class of their own in the basement.
I don't know that I think Wyoming and Colorado State are that much better. But okay.
I think you can get more out of those teams than San Jose State and Air Force. I
think Air Force
they're all not good.
Air Force is horrible.
And that's never changing. Like, they're done in basketball.
Air Force, as far as where did I say they're 344 in the net out of.
How are they supposed to ever be competitive again?
With current NIL, they're gonna have to get lucky with a few really stud pilots.
Right? And maybe one year you're average, but if you're a good athlete and you're not dead set on this is what I want my life to be, which you have to have that when you go to the Air Force Academy, like that's your decision. You're going there to be in the Air Force,
correct?
Have a military career. But the couple dudes that realize, oh, I'm pretty good at athletic and I don't have to go through this grind, they're bound.
I don't know what happened. All right, 505-246-0610. I got more from you. Let's go. Hitting on the Super Bowl last night. Are the Seahawks sustainable? They have been made the betting favorite for next year to win the Super Bowl. Patriots are down a bit. One of these teams is going to get back next year. Which one do you think it's going to be? You can get in on Super Bowl, Bad Bunny, the other halftime show. I don't care what we're here for. Global basketball. North Dakota State joining the Mountain West all. They shoot your shot now on Prize Pick. You get $50 instantly in lineups. You play your first $5, right? Prize Pick is now giving you $50 in lineup when you sign up and play your first $5. Prize Picks makes every dunk, every dime, every board that much more exciting. Do not miss the chance to get started on America's #1 app for sports. I've been loving it for a while now. Stacking players, early payouts, reboots. It makes Prize Picks elite. Super simple to play. You just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. Pick from all your favorites, anything from basketball, baseball, hockey, UFC, soccer, college basketball, tennis, golf, esports. You can mix them all up. Join the millions of people who are playing on the most popular sports app in America. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code KNML. You're going to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. It's code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This is Unfiltered with Kenny.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective, a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletes. IPS provides resident and commercial security service in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 5-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. TurboThread, proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Thread.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time.
The opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Got this email from Carl. Jeff, why was Lindsey Vonn freezing a week before the Olympics? At most, the gallop partial walk. Then which doctor cleared her to play with rep ligament? So, JJ, I have not seen still pictures, seen the video. Everything I read, the expert said that the knee had nothing to do with her crash in the Olympics, in which she had to be airlifted from the hill to the hospital, and
she was in the air and hit a gate.
Yeah, she hit a gate.
That's not your knee.
Now, did the knee
who cleared her herself? Because she knows she's not going to be able to do this again in 4 years.
So I think that's the biggest. I listened to a bunch of people. Yes, what's she doing? Why would she be 41 years old? And to her, it was. And I don't know if you've ever had a passion for something like she obviously for ski racing, and she has been the best in the world. And so, very few people, and I'm not telling you I'm one of them, can understand the drive and that mentality that drives you to being the best in the world. And when you are there and you know this is your last sip, and you've worked this hard to come back from a reconstructed knee and all that goes into it, why are you competing? Because it's your last. Now, why was she practicing? What they do. I don't know how hard she was going when she blew out her knee, man. If you've ever skied before, and I've never skied at that level, but understand how hard, how easy it is to catch the edge, blow it out. I mean, she was training just like everybody else was training the week before the Olympics. I'm going to guess not unlike that she's always trying to figure out the course, know the course, give herself the advantage. I feel bad for her. I think the story is a bummer of a. But I'm not going to second guess any athlete, especially at that point in their career, at the pinnacle of their sport, to sacrifice whatever it is they got to sacrifice to get one more chase. Hell, it's bummer. I don't know if did the bad knee put her in a position to catch that gate while she was in the air? I don't. It
caught it with her right arm.
Right, but I mean, did the somehow get her there into another? I don't.
That's a trail I cannot go down.
Yeah, I don't. But the knee directly, I don't think, from listening to all the experts, she caught the gate with her arm. But I got zero problem with her choosing to compete. It's her body's choice. Like, why? It's kind of the Bad Bunny thing. Why do you care so much about stuff that doesn't affect? I mean, you feel bad for her that she's hurt and she broke her leg and broken. She's got a bad right leg now, a bad left leg. Broken. That was her choice. And I'm going to guess the majority of athletes, and maybe even the majority of people, would have opted to do exactly what.
Yeah, because she knows that with what she's already gone through to get to this point, what's happened to her at this point, that it wasn't, hey, this is a bummer. When I get this repaired, I'll be back in 4 years. It was, this is now or never. In that opportunity in the Winter Olympics for Lindsey Vonn.
I mean, well, Jeff already got all the medals. What more does she need? She doesn't need anything other than to fulfill the drive within her. That's what and that's her choice. Again, so many people are outraged. Why would a doctor let her come? I'm not sure a doctor kept her off it. A doctor can advise her. You can't go. This isn't concussion protocol. Was it more dangerous? But sure. I'm sure she factored all that in, man. I'm stunned. You said you were stunned by North Dakota State. You know what startled me this weekend? The outrage from people who were so adamantly irritated against Lindsey Vonn. That's what
I think
started.
it still shocks people what athletes go through to play sport.
Okay.
I don't know if they realize it. Now, this the extreme of being able to ski on a torn ACL, that's crazy. But athletes push themselves through a lot to play these games. And I'm not outraged that Lindsey Vonn, who could stand on a pair of skis, could get down that mountain, which she did after tearing her ACL, was back out there trying one more.
Good. Like and good for her that she went out there, and I think she knew furthering injury was a risk for her that was worth. I don't think she envisioned a wreck like that and snapping her other leg. But I gotta believe, some all. Brian, let's go to you. Good morning, Brian. You're on the Sports Animal.
Hey, good morning, guys. Hey. Just want to touch on a couple of things that you've talked about. The North Dakota football thing. I look at that as the equivalent of Grand Canyon in basketball for the conference. I think it's going to be good. I think there's tons of upside there.
I think that's.
Yeah. And I think it's another feather in the cap for, what's the commissioner's name of the league? Is it Gloria Navarez?
Gloria Navarez.
Navarez. I think she's a sharp lady. I've watched her throughout the lawsuit with the Pac-10 or 12. I'm really, really interested to see how she's going to wrap that up. I've got a feeling the Mountain West will come out smelling pretty good. I think she's a decent person, and she's a lawyer by trade. So I think we got a double banger right there.
Okay. Yeah, I think the Grand Canyon comparison is a good one.
Yeah. And so, my hat's off to Gloria. I think she did a great job. That's a fantastic get, The other thing, the final thing, you guys were just talking about the Olympics. I really do. I'm not a huge pro basketball fan. I love college basketball. I can't wait for March Madness. But in the meantime, we've got the Olympics, and I really look forward to this every 4 years. With all the instability and chaos and division that we have in this country politically, it gives us a couple of weeks to just take a breath, go back to Team America, and forget all that politics stuff for a while. And I think the country is at a great point where we really need this right now.
Appreciate you, Brian. Thanks for the call. Here's politics in it if you want to find it. If you want to hear politics in the Olympics, it is certain.
President sure had something to say about it.
Well, and so does some of the athletes.
We're kind of, I don't feel like opening that can right now.
Go ahead.
I think we're going to forget the point of America. We're supposed to be able to speak and share opinions and be like, oh, I don't agree with that, but it's kind of the point on both sides where, oh, that's dumb, get out of here, you're stupid. No, you're supposed to be able to not agree and be able to have opinions where you don't get thrown in jail for it, but everyone now wants to throw you in jail for it. I think we kind of lost the point.
You're not the backbone of our democracy. Been able to have different, and there's been outrage that if you don't agree with the current administration in many respects.
And to me, it goes both ways.
100%.
The opinions that if you don't agree whatever side you're on, that
then you're anti-American.
All right.
But the current administration got the Twitter account. Yeah, and then there's been athletes always who have expressed, used to express opinions on whatever's happening. And
bring home those gold medals, man. Give me those gold medals.
Winning cures all. Winning fixes everything. All right, 505-246-0610. We've got one more segment to go. We'll get to home on a Monday. Get you ready for big hoop weekend. What do I got? I guess big Monday tonight. You can get in on Lobo stuff. You can get in on the North Dakota State stuff. Again, that became final or official. North Dakota State is joining the Mountain. 505-246-0610. The opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports.
This is a Westwood One Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep. All your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one.
Feel like you again? dealing with some fatigue, gaining weight, losing muscle, just being tired all the time. Doesn't have to be that way. Vita Vital Medical is here to help you. They are local and Albuquerque's experts, specializing in testosterone replacement therapy, ED solutions, and peptide therapy. What that means to you is they will help you restore your strength and your energy and your confidence, your performance. You will feel better. Give them a call. They know what works. They're local. They'll help you get back in the game. They will focus a program on you, and it is proven to work. They will listen to you, speak with you, understand your goals, what's going on with your body, and then create a plan tailored specifically for you. So don't sit around any longer. Don't wait on. What are you waiting for? Take it today. Feel better now. 505-240-8559. 505-240-8559. Or go online. It's VitaVitalMedical.com. VID is in David, A. VIT is in Thomas, AL. VitaVitalMedical.com. Get back to being the man you know you are. Feel alive again with Vita Vital Medical, Albuquerque's hormone health expert. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. 505-246-0610. Earl, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
Hey, good morning. And you guys know I'm a fan of the show. And talking about the halftime is perfect because of my sports knowledge. And, you know, my favorite halftime show, as far as I can remember, was Prince. And I thought that was awesome. I also liked The Who. So, you know, the Who's weren't, they weren't Americans. And so I'm not opposed to non-Americans performing. There was a part of me that wished there was some more English, but the fact is that when I listen to English, I don't even understand 90% of the lyrics anyways. But I'll tell you what I did like about this halftime show, you know, the previous one, whoever the guy was that talked about Drake, but the previous two before that, it seemed like it was Americans, and it was almost a porno show with a bunch of ass shaking, and I really loved the fact that this was a good, wholesome. There was some, you know, bikinis or whatever, but I really thought this was a great show and wholesome, and I thought there was a lot of good things to be said about it. So that's what I got to say. Thank you for taking my call. Love you guys.
Thank you, Earl. Respond to that. The wholesomeness about it. Because, I mean, that was a big part of the criticism, how it was disgusting and the dancing was provocative and how much he was grabbing his junk. All that. And that was all over the Twitter. I guess it's all in your perception, right? But it's a really good point. Listen to any music, period, in English. How many of the lyrics do you really
we all
understand?
know the hook. There's that.
Would you tell me, Manny? Good morning, Manny. You're on the Sports Animal. How you live?
Hey, Jeff. Thanks for taking my call. I love the Super Bowl. I wanted to say, you know, on Lindsey Vonn being hurt, I'm a big fan of hers. You know, Justin Herbert played with a broken hand. You hear about pro athletes doing that all the time. So I'm glad she did it. And I wanted to ask you something I heard a lot on Kenny Thomas' show after the Lobo basketball game. A lot of fans were calling in and saying Coach Olin is too subdued on the sideline. They were pointing out how Leon Rice is always in the ref's ear, how Steve Alford is, and they felt like Coach Olin was just, you know, like he's not getting out there and making his case for the players, and I wanted to hear your opinion on that. Thanks for taking my call, Jeff.
You know what I hear when I hear that? Can I tell you exactly what I hear? Do you remember back when Rocky Long was, and he used to stand on the sidelines and his people complain, and you may not, and people would complain that Rocky wasn't emotional, that he wasn't a good enough coach because he wasn't yelling and screaming. Eric gets, and I'm going to call BS. Eric got his technical foul a few games ago for arguing with the refs. Eric, late in the season, certainly has gotten into his players more. I think he's into the referees. Look, I don't need most effective officials. This is what officials told me. Aren't the ones that the Leon Rice that are in their ear all. It's the ones that get in their ear. Like, don't argue every damn.
To just assume he's not talking to the refs is just
he is.
Your frustration boiling over.
He is
because he's not boisterous. He's talking every single time down. Maybe not every possession, but the refs are right there by the coach all the time.
Yeah, regularly.
And you know he's saying stuff. He's just maybe not as boisterous as you want. I don't buy that at all. I'm right. I think the way you're describing it is 100%. The fact that people think he's not working the ref, every single coach does. It's just how you do it, the way you present yourself, and your frustrations just boiling over as a fan right after that game.
Well, it doesn't need to be a tantrum to communicate with the ref. And the referees tell you, I mean, when the guy who doesn't complain all the time, all of a sudden is now kind of, he's arguing with you, there seems to be more validity than a guy who's complaining about every game. And he is. He's doing it in his demeanor. Watch him throughout the game. He's speaking with. And by the way, it sure as hell didn't seem to be a problem when you were winning however many in a row. You lose 2 in a row, and all of a sudden the dude's demeanor with the referee is the problem. Manny, with all due respect, I just don't. And what I heard there was like it brought me back 20-something. Well, Rocky Long just stands there with his arms folded, and he's not demonstrative enough, and he's not emotional enough, and everybody's got their style. John Wooden was one way, Bob Knight was another. They were both great. Right? John Wooden didn't yell and scream all the time. Mick Cronin one way, and I would argue Richard Pitino might even be another. Right? Both good. I don't know. Brian Dutcher doesn't seem to be on the. Give me the guy who gets on the officials when it needs. And he did at the end of it. I thought he was in them pretty good. In fact, I thought there was a time where I was hoping he didn't get the, although I was hoping he did, because his point needed to be made after the Hop fifth foul. Anthony, real quick, we got about 30 seconds to go.
Yeah, real quick, guys. My take on the local game, went on the last couple of games, is that Mountain West has very, very good head coaches in it, basketball coaches. This isn't the Big West. These coaches are going to figure out what Olin's running, what they're doing offensively, and what they're doing defensively, and they're going to make adjustments. They've been putting a lot of length on Hall lately, the last 2 games. Hall's having trouble getting the shot off. And Olin doesn't run any special offense to get him open. He doesn't run any drag screens. He doesn't run any double screens for him. He doesn't do anything. He just gets the shots in the offense, hoping that somebody can drive and kick it out. He's got to figure out a way to, adjust on the fly and coach get these other coaches, because they're going to keep doing this to him until he figures out a way to get Hall some open shots, and it's not happening within the regular offense anymore because the coaches are adjusting. That's what happens in the Mountain West. These coaches are really good. That's what I wanted to say. Thanks, guys.
Thanks. We'll get into that. Paul still had 19 points. But, yeah, there's validity. All right, good stuff today. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. Jim Rome Show will follow that. Kenny Thomas comes in with Unfiltered at 4. We're back with award-winning radio. We'll start tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Adrian, I understand I had to reboot 3 times. I don't really understand what's going on, but we'll figure it out. Great work on the TV side. He's JJ Buck. I'm merely Jeff Symbieta. Big day for you?
Huge day.
Enjoy it. Hey, be good to each other. Please be kind, loving, caring, and sharing, and we will smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThread, proud sponsor of ProView Network.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Thread.
ProView Network's following sponsors. This broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit HansWhitlerAuto.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Raising Cane's invites you to grab life by the chicken fingers. So get out there. Be you. Do you. Embrace whatever makes you, you. All while enjoying Raising Cane's hand-battered cooked-to-order chicken fingers, crispy crinkle-cut fries, buttery Texas toast, and that secret recipe cane sauce that makes everything that much better. So go on. Savor the day.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
International Protective, a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico youth athletes. IPS provides resident and commercial security service in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 5-897-2420